If you're planning to retire abroad, a scouting trip is the difference between guessing and knowing. The goal isn't to have a perfect vacation, it's to stress test real life. In this 2025 guide, you'll follow a practical 30-60-90 framework. The first 30 days to explore broadly, the next 30 to dig into systems and paperwork, and the final 30 to live like a local. By the end, you'll have a data-driven decision, not a hunch, about whether this destination deserves your next chapter. If helpful content like this moves you closer to the lifestyle you want, consider subscribing so you don't miss the rest of the retirement travel series. Let's go for it. Define success before you fly. Intent, criteria, shortlist. A great scouting trip starts with clear intent. Write a one-sentence purpose, something like this. This 90-day trip will validate whether country supports a safe, affordable, community-rich retirement within monthly budget and top lifestyle priorities. Then turn that into measurable decision criteria. Set pass or fail targets you can actually check, for example, US dollar ceilings, then adjust after week 1. Let's assume that the internet speed in all cities is greater than 50 megabits per second in the unit you'd rent. Here are 3 examples for you. Valencia, Spain, housing and internet under $1,450 and core expenditures up to $700, clinic visits up to $80 and within 30 minutes from home, viable residency path. Chiang Mai, Thailand, housing and internet under $650 and core expenditures up to $490, clinic visits up to $45 and within 30 minutes from home, residency path confirmed. Mexico City, Mexico, housing and internet under $1,090 and core expenditures up to $490, clinic visits up to $46 and within 30 minutes from home, residency path confirmed. All 3 cities must have a minimum night route score of 8 out of 10 safe with no more than 2 noisy nights, 2 weekly activities plus 5 local contacts, 80% tasks without a translator, essentials less than 20 minutes away, climate noise comfortable. Build a shortlist of 2 to 4 target neighborhoods that meet your key criteria and align with your lifestyle, whether you prefer walkable urban areas or quiet suburbs, coastal living or inland stability, expat-friendly hubs or more authentic local communities. Assign weights to the factors that matter most to you, such as cost of living, healthcare access, climate, safety, residency requirements, language comfort, sense of community, everyday conveniences, and, if relevant, proximity to an airport. The weights don't need to be exact, just realistic and true to your priorities. Draft your day in the life. Where you walk in the morning, where you buy groceries, who you talk to, what you do on Tuesdays. Your trip tries to prove or disprove that picture. Define your no. Examples: chronic noise you can't escape, a healthcare commute over 30-45 minutes, year-round humidity above your comfort, or a visa path that doesn't fit your timeline. Set a bar you'll respect when emotions kick in. Pack the numbers in paper. Budget, health, readiness. Scouting is fieldwork. Pack for it like a project manager. Budget framework. Separate fixed monthly costs, such as housing trial, utilities, connectivity, transit pass, food, insurance, from variable scouting costs, neighborhood transfers, translation help, residency consultations, language lessons, side trips. Give yourself a 10-15% buffer for surprises. Track spending daily in a simple sheet so your cost of living estimate is based on what you actually do, not what you hope to do. Health, readiness. Bring prescriptions with original labels and an up-to-date medication list. Carry a concise medical summary, allergy details, and emergency contacts. If you use devices, CPAP, glucose monitors, hearing aids, verify voltage and adapters, and identify where you would service or replace them locally. Documentation and admin. Scan and secure copies of passports, driver's licenses, marriage, divorce certificates where relevant, vaccination records, and proof of income or pension letters. If you're considering a residency program, research typical document needs, police checks, apostilles, medical certificates, and note any lead times so you can schedule steps during or after the trip. Connectivity. Have a dual SIM or eSIM plan ready on arrival to handle maps, translation, ride hail, banking, and emergency access. Download offline maps for target neighborhoods and the local language for your translation app. Money logistics. Plan a mix of ATM access and card payments. Test a local bank's ATM early to gauge fees and limits. Set up alerts for every card transaction so you can audit spending in real time. Days 1 to 30. Orientation and neighborhood discovery. The first month is a wide-angle lens. You're sampling the city's edges, its pulse, and its trade-offs. Week 1, set your baseline. Learn the public transport system, identify the safest routes at different times of day, and map grocery options from discount to specialty. Visit a local market, a mid-range supermarket, and a bulk store to price your essentials. Buy a transit pass and a basic gym or walking route habit, so you ground each day in real routines. Week 2, neighborhood loops. Spend 3 to 5 days in each shortlisted area. Book short stays within the neighborhood so you feel noise, traffic, and vibe. Do the same routine each day. Morning walk, groceries, midday cafe, evening transit, so comparisons are fair. Talk to shopkeepers, baristas, and building porters. Locals will tell you about holiday crowds, rainy season quirks, and landlord reputations. Week 3, services scan. Identify your nearest clinic and pharmacy, test a telemedicine visit if available, and time the trip to the hospital district during off-peak hours. Locate hardware stores, repair shops, print copy services, and parcel pickup points. Try a ride hail and a taxi, note price and wait times. Week 4, housing reality check. Tour long-stay rentals in each neighborhood. Ask about internet speeds, included utilities, deposit norms, and noise. Visit at night and on weekends. Collect photos, addresses, and prices. Try a trial grocery haul up the actual stairs or elevator. Practicality matters more than views. By day 30, update your scorecard with first-month impressions and eliminate any neighborhood that fails your non-negotiables. Days 31 to 60. Systems, paperwork, and community. Now you shift from "do I like it" to "can I run my life here?" Healthcare deep dive. Identify a primary clinic and a specialist for any chronic conditions. Ask about appointment lead times, typical costs, and whether they accept international insurance or require cash. If language is a barrier, find recommended translators or bilingual staff. Do a low-stakes visit, vaccination, routine check, so you learn the process before you need it. Residency and legal advice. Book a consultation with a reputable immigration professional or legal advisor to validate your path. Document list, timeline, and costs. Clarify whether you'll need criminal background checks, proof of income, apostilles, or lease contracts, and note which items you can complete from abroad versus on the ground. Banking and payments. Test opening a local account if that's part of your plan. At minimum, confirm how rent, utilities and healthcare are commonly paid. Learn how people actually pay for everything. Some places are still cash forward, others card-centric or QR-based. Community and belonging. Attend events that match your interests: choirs, hiking groups, language exchanges, faith communities, volunteer hubs. Prioritize activities you would do every week. You're building a repeatable social rhythm, not a one-off highlight reel. Notice how easy it is to make intergenerational and local friendships, not only expat connections. Language routine. Enroll in a month of local lessons or commit to daily self-study with real-world practice. Track whether language friction feels like a growth curve or a drain. By day 60, your scorecard should include verified costs, not guesses, clear residency steps, and at least one emerging social circle. Quick note: if you want a safety net while you're testing life abroad, consider a travel medical or expat-friendly plan that covers clinic visits and prescriptions between countries. It's a small monthly cost that prevents a big financial surprise. I've listed a few solid options in the description. Pick the one that matches your age range and trip length. Days 61 to 90. Live like a local the trial run. The final month is a dress rehearsal for your future life. Pick the top neighborhood and commit to a 30-day stay in one apartment. Pay utilities if possible, cook most meals at home, and run your normal weekly cycle: health, errands, exercise, hobbies, and downtime. Groceries and home cooking. Build a weekly meal plan using local staples. Track cost per serving and compare it to your current country. Learn which markets are best on which days. Try bulk purchases and measure waste. Utilities and comfort. Log internet reliability, water pressure, noise, and indoor temperatures at different hours. Test fans, heaters, or dehumidifiers, and note monthly electricity impact. Identify noise patterns, garbage trucks, nightlife, construction, and whether simple fixes, earplugs, rearranging rooms, are sufficient. Mobility and safety. Practice your actual transit routes to key places at various times: daylight, dusk, after dark. Time your door-to-door trips and note lighting, foot traffic, and your own stress level. Establish a personal safety routine that feels effortless, not paranoid. Admin routines. Pay a small bill locally, receive a parcel, and do a minor repair or maintenance request. Test how easy it is to get help when something breaks. Mini crisis rehearsal. Choose one harmless scenario and play it out. You lost a card, you need a prescription refill today, or the elevator is out. How fast can you recover? Do you feel capable or dependent and stranded? At day 90, you're not guessing about feasibility, you've lived it. The scorecard. Turn feelings into a decision. Your memory is biased toward views and novelty. The scorecard turns impressions into evidence. Create a simple matrix with your weighted criteria. For each item, use a 1 to 5 score backed by notes and examples. A template approach looks like this. Cost of living, 25%. Based on your 90-day spending log versus target budget, include rent, utilities, groceries, transit, phone, healthcare, and small life friction costs. Healthcare access, 20%. Travel time, appointment availability, perceived quality, language support, and payment experience. Residency feasibility, 15%. Document burden, timelines, probability of approval, and long-term stability. Safety and comfort, 15%. Personal safety routine effort, lighting, neighborhood feel, emergency numbers at hand. Community and belonging, 15%. Frequency of meaningful interactions, ease of making friends across local and expat circles, activity fit. Lifestyle fit, like 10%. Climate comfort, walkability, noise tolerance, proximity to hobbies and nature. Multiply scores by weights, add them, and compare your top 1 or 2 neighborhoods or even alternate cities if you scouted more than one. The point isn't mathematical perfection, it's to anchor emotions to evidence so you can trust the decision a month from now. If the score is borderline, run a what would make this a yes test. Sometimes a different neighborhood, a floor higher, or a change in routine flips the result. If the fix would fight the city's nature, accept the no and move on. After the scouting trip. Timeline, next steps and common pitfalls. A strong decision deserves momentum. Use 3 windows to convert choice into action. Within 7 days of returning. Finalize the scorecard, write a 1-page decision memo to yourself, and set a target move date range. Email or message any local contacts to thank them and keep goodwill alive. If the answer is no, archive your notes with clear reasons so you don't re-argue the case later. Within 30 days. Start paperwork that has long lead times, background checks, document certifications, translations. If you'll need a medical or financial letter, request it now while details are fresh. If rent is part of your plan, prepare funds for deposits and choose an account or transfer path with predictable fees. Within 90 days. Book a confirmation trip if you're 80–90% yes but want one more pass in a different season. If you're a hard yes, plan your move in phases. Essentials first, storage for non-essentials, and a 6-month re-evaluation on the ground. Common pitfalls to avoid. Don't confuse vacation delight with daily livability. Don't underweight healthcare or overestimate your future language stamina. And don't ignore climate seasonality. Respect the no you defined at the start. A clear no is a win. It saves you years of friction. A 30, 60, 90 scouting trip isn't about perfection, it's about clarity. In the first 30 days you learn the city's rhythm, in the next 30 you validate systems and paperwork, and in the last 30 you prove you can live well, safely, affordably, and with community. When you add a weighted scorecard to your lived experience, the answer becomes clear. Move forward, adjust the plan, or pick a better fit. If you're ready to plan your own 30, 60, 90 scouting trip, check the description for my short list of tools: travel medical coverage that actually works abroad, low-fee money transfer options, and a document checklist service for residency papers. Use those links to support the channel while you protect your time and budget. If this guide helped you think more clearly about retiring abroad, consider subscribing for more practical, step-by-step content on destinations, budgets, and residency planning. Here's to choosing not just a place you love, but a life that loves you back.